All right, just got in the car, just got done with the post-game presser. We heard from Danny Gonzalez, we heard from Terry Wilson, we heard from Manny Logan Green, who has really been one of the untold stories this season. Punt returns, kick returns, caught his first touchdown, his first collegiate touchdown, which is pretty stunning that took this long for somebody with that much speed, that much talent. But like we talked about last week, he's got a quarterback now, and it's nothing against Tavaka or Trey Hall or any of the quarterbacks he had before, but he's got somebody that can get him the ball. He's got somebody that can go over the top and really hit him in that spot. I mean, those guys just never really got the chance to develop a deep ball, and he's got somebody that can do that now. Overall, a lot of the same from last week. Didn't necessarily see some big week 1 to week 2 jumps, maybe like Danny Gonzalez wanted. It's not necessarily a bad thing, not a great thing either, that it was pretty similar. Another really easy 14-0 start, which you like, but, then again, things kind of get a little bit tough after that. A lot of sloppy penalties, a couple of 4th and shorts that they can't get with that line, with that running back. No reason that should be happening. And so things get tough again. But, like I was saying on the show all week on Team Talk, this is a rivalry game, man. And this particular one, this is a special rivalry. Like, New Mexico State gets up for this game, and it makes sense. Everybody talks smack about him. Lobos are UNM's the flagship university. The Aggies are the little brothers. They're going to get up for this game. They're going to play their best football like they always do. I mean, last time they were here 2 years ago, I think it was a 3-point game. There were over 100 points scored. These games get nuts. And we saw what they did to San Diego State for a half. Like, there's some players on this team. It's a good team, New Mexico State, especially given what they're working with. But as far as the Lobos go, some like the things that were good last week were good again. This offense just feels fun. This offense feels really fun to watch. Like, you can see the upside, you can see the ceiling. Now, they're going to play Texas A&M in College Station next week. So there's no margin for error. Like, that's where there really has to start to be a change, where you just can't make, some of these same silly mistakes, not being able to run the ball. You get the ball at New Mexico State's 8-yard line, you get 1 yard and kick a field goal. Like, that's the kind of stuff that obviously can't happen, but you can see the upside in this offense, and it feels good. It's fun to watch. So 2-0 is 2-0. I don't really feel any better, any different about the team than last week, but 2-0 for the first time since 2005. Think about that. 2005, last 2-0 start. They started 3-0 that year. So, hoping to maybe repeat that at College Station next week. Crazy stuff happens. What was it, a couple years ago? Lobos had a really good half at Camp Randall against Wisconsin. So, and this is a better football team now. This is a better team than they had then. So, overall, 2-0. Like we said last week, and like we saw with the Cowboys, you feel okay when you're 2-0 or when you win the game versus when those silly mistakes happen and then you lose. Because if the Lobos had lost today, which, again, much like last week, it seemed plausible that it could happen. If that becomes a loss, all of a sudden you're crapping on this team. And I will say I heard some fans on the way out that didn't really feel great about this win, and that's good. That's good. Lobo football in particular, Lobo basketball Lobo basketball is always going to be a thing in this town, but I want people, legitimately, I want people to care about Lobo football. You got a college football team in town. Support them. Cheer for them. Feel good about them. 2-0. See what happens. We'll have more next week on Team Talk starting Monday. ESPN Radio 101.7 The Team, 4 to 7 Team Talk. Go Sports.